Hi there. If you're watching this, chances are you're in the middle of one of the hardest jobs an adult child ever has, and that's helping your parents find the right place to live as they age. It's emotional, it's complicated, and it's full of decisions that feel overwhelming. But here's the good news: you don't have to do it blind. There is a process, and when you follow it step by step, it becomes much more manageable. I'm Dorothy, a senior productive aging specialist with both personal and professional experience as a realtor, helping families to navigate moving their loved ones both safely and smoothly. And today I want to walk you through the process of helping your parents to find the best place for them to age in place and give you real practical information about the different types of senior living, what to look for, and how to know what's the best fit for your parents. So the first thing you need to do is assess their needs. Before you even start Googling senior living communities, you need a clear picture of your parents' needs. Ask yourself, what's their health like? Do they have chronic conditions? Do they need help with medications? And next, think about their daily living. Can they still cook? Clean? Can they bathe safely? Do they drive? And what about their memory? Any sign of confusion or early dementia? And don't forget the emotional side. Are they lonely? Do they crave more social interaction? Or are they happiest in a quiet setting? And finally, their safety. Is their home safe? Are there stairs, fall risk, or other hazards in the home? And here's a pro tip for you: bring their doctor into the conversation. Some families even hire a geriatric care manager to do a full needs assessment. And the second step is research your options. Once you understand your parents' needs, you can start exploring the actual types of senior living options available. And this is where many families get confused, because senior living doesn't mean just one thing. It can mean aging at home, assisted living, memory care, nursing care, or even a continuing care community. Each option is very different. So let's go through them one by one. The first option is aging in place, and this is the ideal of your parents staying in their own home, but with some support and modifications to their home. That could be in the form of family members pitching in, hiring in-home caregivers, making safety upgrades such as grab bars, ramps, or stair lifts. And if you go with this option of aging in place, you will need trusted caregivers to provide care when you're not home. And you're going to need to check out home health agencies with good reviews and emergency alert system. The pros of aging in place are your parents get to stay in a familiar place. They can keep their independence, and sometimes it costs less than moving. The negative is it can be isolating for your parents. Medical support is usually limited, and you'll be the one to coordinate your parents' care yourself. The second option is independent living communities. These are for older adults who don't need medical care yet, but they want a safe social environment. Think of it like an apartment complex with extras. They often include maintenance-free living, housekeeping, social activities, and sometimes even their meals. So what do you look for? Activity calendars for the residents. The dining quality. Do you think your parents would like the food? Is it located close to family or doctors? And the pros is always lots of social engagement. There's no home maintenance. It is a safe and secure environment. The negative, there's no medical care provided, and it can feel like a big lifestyle change. The assisted living is for seniors who are mostly independent, but they still need help with daily tasks. Things like bathing, dressing, medication reminders. In assisted living, your parents usually have their own apartment, but they also get access to 24-hour medical staff, meals, activities, and transportation. So what do you look for in assisted living? Staff to resident ratios, licensing and safety records, the cleanliness of the building, the feel of the community, doesn't match the style of home your parents are used to. And the pros, it's safe. There are lots of social activities. The meals and personal care are included. The downside, it's more expensive and privacy is reduced. And not every community offers the same level of care. Option 4 is memory care, which is designed specifically for those diagnosed with dementia or Alzheimer's. These communities have secure buildings, specially trained staff, structured daily routines, activities to support brain health. So you should look for staff turnover rate. How do they handle difficult behaviors? Family involvement policies. And does it have tailored activities? And is the staff trained in memory care? And the positives, is it safe for people? It is safe for people who wander. The negative, it is going to cost more and the residents will lose independence. It can feel restrictive because it is a secured building at all times. Option 5 are your skilled nursing facilities, and this is the highest level of care. It is for people who need medical attention 24/7, such as after a hospital stay, as in rehab, or for long-term chronic illness. So what do you look for here? Well, Medicare and Medicaid certification, rehab services on site, the cleanliness of the building, and the resident to staff ratio. The pros are your parents will have comprehensive medical care, access to doctors and nurses, and there will be rehab services available on site. The negative, this is the most restrictive setting. It is very expensive, and there isn't much independence. The last option are your continuing care retirement communities or your CCRCs. They are unique and they offer the full spectrum, all the way from independent living through assisted living, all the way to nursing care. So your parents can move in one time and stay as their needs change. So here you need to look for contract details. Be sure you read the fine print. Ask what happens if your parents' health declines. Ask about the reputation of each level of care. One-time move and long-time security with an active social life are the pros. It can be very expensive upfront. Contracts can be confusing, and not everyone will love the campus lifestyle. So before we move on, I just want to pause for a moment. If this video has been helpful so far, I'd love for you to do 2 things. First, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss future videos on senior living and downsizing tips, because I create these to make your journey easier. And second, I put together a free quick reference guide that outlines all the senior living options at a glance. So just email me and I'll send it right to you. It's a great tool to share with your parents or siblings as you start those conversations. Now, all right, let's get back to the next step. Step 3 is to compare and visit communities. Once you know the options of senior living, it's time to start comparing. So make a checklist with these categories. The first one should be safety, then medical support, staff quality, activities and social life, cost, and location. And then start visiting. Don't just look at the model unit, walk the halls, eat a meal, talk to staff, and most importantly, talk to the residents. You will learn a lot more from a casual chat with a current resident than you ever will from a glossy brochure. Step 4, involve your parents. This is so important. Even if your parents resist, involve them in the decision. Take them on tours. Let them voice what feels right to them. It helps maintain their dignity and will make the transition so much smoother. And the last step is make the final decision. At the end of the day, no option is perfect. But if you've assessed their needs, you've researched carefully, and you've visited in person, and you've talked it over with your parents, you will make the right choice. Helping parents transition into a new living situation is hard, but it's also one of the most loving things you can do as the adult child. It gives your parents safety, it gives them dignity, and it gives you peace of mind. Thanks for watching. I hope this will help guide you through the process of finding the best senior living option for your parents. I'm Dorothy, and my mission is simple: helping your parents live safely, comfortably, and with dignity.